This video was sponsored by Audible. Start listening with a 30-day Audible trial, and your first audiobook plus 2 Audible originals are free. Visit audible.com/Angelica or text Angelica to 500 500. Audible is an app that I personally do love. It is an app where you can find a large quantity of audiobooks, which you can listen to at your convenience when you're driving to work, to school, to the grocery shop, or also when you're going out to the gym, to a library, or if you're reading a book and you want to expedite your reading or keep yourself focused, you can also use Audible to keep you on the mark. Audible offers a large number of titles, as I've already mentioned before. Personally, I have been reading Special Topics in Calamity Physics by Marisha Pessel, and in my wish list I currently have Endurance, Shackleton's Incredible Voyage by Alfred Lansing, and The Mists of Avalon by Marion Zimmer Bradley. Start listening with a 30-day Audible trial, and your first audiobook plus 2 Audible originals are free. Visit audible.com/Angelica or text Angelica to 500 500. Thank you to Audible for sponsoring this video. I and a couple of my friends absolutely love Audible.
Why, hello there. What brings you into my office hours? Oh, your paper. Well, what could possibly be the issue with your paper? Well, as I like to remind the class from time to time and drop hints, I myself don't believe in God because I am God. And frankly, I have a crippling insecurity about my authority, so hence my disbelief in God, even though I think I am one. You're not following? Well, that's on you, because clearly I explain myself quite accurately and clearly and concisely. Otherwise, why am I a professor? You're not allowed to ask that question. No one is. Do you not know how many years I went to school? A lot. A lot. You could call me a forever student, because I am perpetually and eternally in debt, and I must seek out my vengeance upon students that I see having taken the same path that I did to reach this sad and bitter conclusion of my sinking further and further down the rabbit hole of student loan debt. But enough about me. It's about your paper on the Scarlet Letter. What exactly do you think I did wrong there? Humor me with your explanation as to what it is exactly that I did wrong. Because, as I said before, I am God. So, the idea that I've done anything wrong or marked anything wrong in your paper is absolutely humorous. So go ahead, tell me. You shouldn't have failed the paper. You tried really hard. Oh, you spent hours on it researching. Oh, that's just sweet. I totally understand. You could call me a fresh teacher. In my syllabus, I did cite my pronouns, she and hers. So you could say I'm really in touch with the kids nowadays. I'm really in communication with my students. I'm relatable. But also, if I have to tell one more of you people, you students, that my word is my law, and that everything I mark down is correct and final, I swear to myself, I will rain a heavy parade down on all of you. What exactly is your concern. And before you tell me, I'm going to give you a little bit of room to back out now, okay? If you want to make sure that I don't mark your paper down even further by analyzing it and realizing how many more points I could dock off of it, I would say back away now. But if you want me to continue analyzing your paper and finding even more errors than before, then I would say just give me your concern, give me your paper, and I'll regrade it. Oh, a brave one. Typically you and your classmates take the bait, and they don't submit their paper for regrading. Because they know that if someone puts me through extra work that I am unpaid to do, even though I make almost 6 figures, but even though I make almost 6 figures, I just don't want to do that extra work. You know why? I'll let you in on a little secret. I took this job for the research opportunities. I took this job to be able to publish my own works. I want to critique and write my own essays. I want to be able to submit my own theses. I want to be able to submit my own documents into the public, the general public, for them to analyze. Hence why I force you all to buy my book for hundreds of dollars. And I don't let anyone not buy my book, because if they don't buy my book, I don't get commission off of that, supplementing my salary. And you know what else? If I don't push forward my book, it will not be considered. Why? Because it is not good. And I recognize it's not good, but I will force it down your throat before I admit it. And furthermore, I don't care about teaching whatsoever. If I did, I would have become an elementary school teacher, a middle school teacher, hell, a high school teacher. But I'm a university professor. I'm given pretty good money, pretty good benefits, pretty good health insurance, and you know something? Some pretty good perks, research opportunities. I'm given teacher's assistants to do all of my job for me, grading, scheduling, organizing, and I'm given the ability to publish my works and have it considered even though it's not good. So I don't care about you or your sniveling other 23 members. All I care about is me. So if you don't get that through your thick skull, this meeting is gonna have to be adjourned. Good. I'm glad you got it through your skull, but I just don't care. I don't care. So tell me, what don't you agree with me in my grading of your paper? Let me just take a look and see. Just a little look-see onto your paper. I see. So, you didn't agree with me giving you an F on your paper because I gave you an F on account of one misplaced tertiary comma within a raptor-saurus sentence. Oh, okay, that's the reason why you don't agree with me. Well, let me break it down as to why I'm giving you an F for an essay over one grammatical error. First and foremost, I'm God. I'll do whatever I want. Second, I'm a professor. I'll do whatever I want. I'll set and place arbitrary rules and conditions that benefit and suit me and my whims, my slightly minor sadistic whims, because I frankly enjoy having power over those that remind me of how powerless I was a couple of years ago. So it's refreshing for me to exact a sort of sense of revenge over the professors that used to expect very unreasonable expectations of me. So, no, I will not repeal my grade from your test. In fact, quite the opposite. It will be a lower marked percentage on your essay now. Because as I said, and as it is stated in my syllabus, if you were to try and question me and my grading, I will lower your grade. It is stated right there in my syllabus. It is actually stated in my syllabus that if you come and try and correct an error that you think I might have made, taking on some creative independent thinking, I will mark your grade even lower if you're not right. And guess what? You will never be right. You know why? because me and all of my glory spent tens of thousands of dollars trying to get a meaningless piece of paper that says I'm smarter than you. And you know something? I have it in spades, and it'll always, always remind you that if you try to contest me, you will lose, because no one in this institution is on your side. They're on my side. You know why? Because power wins. Now, that is all sorted out, you can go and take your concerns elsewhere. Oh, you have another concern? That's going to be so much fun to lower your grade even further. Tell me, what is your other concern? Oh, I see, yeah. Well, you see, the pastor or the preacher from the Scarlet Letter, you might have registered him as being like a Quaker white man, but actually I felt his essence as being a Venezuelan woman. So I had to mark your grade even further for not addressing the preacher as being a Venezuelan woman. I know that it was never even declared in the text, and it has nothing to do with the text, and it is purely a fabrication of my own imagination and interpretation that is completely unsubstantiated and can be contested easily. But you know something? My interpretation wins. My interpretation is law in this class. You didn't take my class, you took me. When you saw my name being listed as the professor, the name, my name, is the name of the class. You're not learning about the subject, you're learning about me. Have a nice day.